we opened the doors of the refinery 10 years ago or I'm sorry, 6 years ago this month, and it was 2 crickets, and people didn't understand what we were doing and why we were doing it. But I wasn't gonna, from day one, it was no, this is how we're going to be doing this, and eventually, people caught on and started to understand and welcome what we were doing. I work with a network of local farmers, and whatever they happen to have in the field at that point in time is what's on the menu. And it's kind of like when I was a kid, and during the summer months, whatever was in the garden was what was for supper. The refinery was nominated as Best New Restaurant for 2010, Best New Restaurant in the country. So we were a semifinalist in there, which was an indication that people were actually paying attention to what happens in Tampa, and that we're something a little bit more than a tourist town, and actually have something, not catering solely to the masses, but some people are serious about the food that they're producing, the sourcing of their food, the overall. The overall thing that kind of makes cities like San Francisco or Portland or New York City or Charleston. I'm asked this question often, so I'm just going to put it out there: is like, what creates a good food scene? And usually I can answer that in exactly one word: is beer. A thriving beer scenes actually start driving thriving food scenes. I have watched the beer scene explode in Portland, and the food scene quickly follow. I've watched it happen in Austin, and we have such a great beer scene here that right now that the only logical conclusion is that we are where we need to be, and I'm watching it expand on a daily basis. And we've gone from kind of in certain ways very much a desert as far as good food goes to now we've got a high-end ramen place opens up. We've got a great artisanal bakery that's opened up. There's we are firmly there, but this is only just the beginning, and there's really no better time to be in Tampa. This is just an incredibly exciting time.